Okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can get it under 10 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna explain this here real quick. S is must pick, must ban. I think you need to, or if you don't, you're actually throwing. I think this is just a good pick and it's one of your priority picks. This is just a good person to go always. This is average. Wouldn't really play them unless you're really good at them. Situational, I definitely wouldn't play them unless you're good at them, and unless like it's some specifically niche scenario. And then F, don't play. Okay. Achilles, I think he's good. I think he wins lane. He's good, or he's good in lane. Wave clear kind of sucks, but that's about it. And he has a good execute for late game. I think Agni is one of the best mid laners. I think he's super safe. He has good damage over the walls, and he uses the proc build really good with Reaper right now. I think same thing with Aladdin. He's really good if you get ahead. He's really bad if you get behind. But really, you should be getting ahead 9 times out of 10. Ama, I think, is situational. I think she's only good if you're a really good Ama player and you get out of your laning phase fine. But if you don't get out of your laning phase fine, you kind of just lose. But she's also really bad in lane too. She can't really fight a lot of the soul laners right now. So yeah, I think Honor is the best carry in the game. His ultimate does 1200 damage. Late game is just ridiculous. Anubis I don't think is a must pick, must ban. I think he's just a good mid laner. I think he has really good damage, solid damage on his one, but he has the downside of not being mobile. So if you ever get caught out of position, I think you kind of just get owned. But you do own people as long as you hit your stuns. Afro, I say is average. I think we really just need a good player to enable her. As in, you need like someone in the jungle that is going to hyper carry, or someone in carry that's going to hyper carry, or a fed soul laner that's going to hyper carry. If you don't have that, it kind of feels bad to play Afro, but she can suffice it on her own with her ultimate reset. Because really, if you 3 ultimate reset, 3, 2, and stun someone in the middle of that combo, they're probably dead. Apollo, I still think he's a really good soul laner. He got nerfed a little bit, so I'm not gonna say you necessarily need to ban him. But I think he's one of the better soul laner picks. Now they have been nerfed, but and I haven't seen him as much. But I still think he's very, very strong. I think Ares is situational. He doesn't feel the best right now, but I think he does what you kind of want him to do in scenarios. Like a lot of the best characters right now have dashes or some kind of movement ability, so it just kind of just helps. And he's a beads burner. Oh my gosh. Same thing with Artemis. I don't think she's really that good right now. I think if you're a good Artemis player, you can play her, but no mobility. Good late game just because of her team fight ultimate, but that's about it. And she wins a lot of 1v1s if you can burn through beads somehow. And she's good for the jungler coming over to gank for her. I saw some disgusting things that Snatty did during Smite Prime. That's all that needs to be said. And she kind of does what Ares wants to do, but better. With easier damage and mobility. Just not as good of a beast burner. I think Athena's average. I think if you're a good Athena and you know when to taunt in and you're actually taunting in right, and you're looking across the map to where you need to ult on somebody, I think she can be good, but I think she just lacks a lot of the pressure that you want in duo. A Willix is the definition of situational. Either you're LM or there's a bunch of jumps in the game. That's the only time I'm really playing her. Bacchus, I think, is a good support, high pressure in the lane, good damage, and really a lot of your supports, you're just looking for damage right now as a secondary soul laner, basically, and that's kind of what he does. Baron Samedi, I'm gonna say situational too. I just think the problem with him is not mobile. If anyone on the enemy team has some way to CC you, you're kind of just cooked. And I wouldn't really play him in mid because his mid damage isn't that good, and once again, not very safe. This leads to a lot of problems of you just getting camped by the jungler. I think Bellona's average. I haven't seen a lot of Bellona, but I would assume she's average. She's never really bad, honestly. And a lot of the best care and crit's really good, so you can also go with that to counter crit. Even though crit got nerfed, so it might not be as good as it once was. Kraken, I still think Kraken's insane. I don't know why more people don't go Kraken in solo, because you just auto win lane. Like people complain about your auto winning lane, but Kraken you literally just auto win lane. You can literally go pendulum, or any of the damage options like Rune Forge Hammer, which is really good on him because he has a bunch of CC, so he can reset the cooldown a lot more. But anything that has like damage on his shield splitter when that was good, you could go any damage item. and you kind of just fry people because you have 2 stuns. So you're doing damage while they're not able to do damage. You have a cripple. You have walls to keep them in from running away. It's so much in your kit to be a good soul laner. I wouldn't go aspect. I don't think his aspect is that good because you're not really very mobile, and I don't think you have good jungle clear. And you're kind of just relying on your 3 one-shotting somebody late game to do your damage. That was the longest one yet. Cerberus, I think if you're a good Cerberus player, you can play him. But besides that, I'm not playing him. CERN. Where am I putting CERN? I think he's average. I don't think he's really that good. He has no CC immunity. He has a dash, so he's like okay in safeness. I think his laning or his jungle clear is probably the best feature of him. So that's the only place I'm really playing him. But even then, you're really unsafe. Your ganks aren't the best unless you're just one-shotting with a Hydra's crit build, but that got nerfed once again. So, yeah. Chalk. I want to put Chalk in average. I think he does what you want him to be. Good, safe soul laner. You shouldn't really die in lane with him. You can kind of just tell me out lanes. You might lose a little bit farm, but you won't be super far behind. Maybe a level max. No matter what, and you still have the potential of getting ahead. Charon, I think Charon's kind of bad. I have not really seen him at all. Every time I see him, he's kind of either doing average or just bad. So, no, not really high in the CC department. He has a silence, root, and stun or fear on his ultimate. I think fear or taunt. Well, I can't remember which one, but so like it's not the best, and it's not really what you want out of support. He's decent at brawling, but I don't know. Haven't seen him that much. Don't think he's that good. I still think Chiron's a good mid laner and good carry. I haven't seen it as much as before, but I think that just really comes down to just people seeing that he got nerfed and not wanting to play him anymore. I don't think he's popular god in the first place. Cupid, I think Cupid's kind of in the same vein. Ever since he came down off that super high like a few months ago, no one's really been playing him. Even though I still think he's good. Like he does everything you want out of a good team fight ultimate. Good in lane. He forces the person to go like a CCMU ultimate. So they might not be able to play who they want to, but since Honor's kind of good, whenever Honor's really good, usually Cupid's not as good. Unless Cupid just got insane buffs. I think there's like one time in my history I can remember Honor and Cupid being good at the same time. But usually Honor is a really good matchup into Cupid, so you kind of never want to pick Cupid. I think Dom's actually really hot take. I think Dom's is really good, and I think he's very slept on for some reason. I don't think he's a ban, but I do think he's a really good pick. Maybe I'll just put him down here. But I think his 3 provides him so much utility and so much safety, and he has an ultimate that is really good and it's a really good ganking tool. I think he's so slept on. This I think is one of the best mids in the game. Would I ban her though? No, I wouldn't ban her. I don't think she's ban worthy. I think there's only a few guys that are really ban worthy. I wouldn't ban her, but I think she's a good mid laner. Iset, good mid laner, same thing. Not the safest, but does really good damage as long as you have a good support. Fenrir, same thing. Really good at ganking, has a beads burning potential. He had that Demomor build a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, maybe now. With Echo and Crit. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. With Echo and Crit being combined, but that's no longer a thing, so I don't think he's as crazy as he was. But he's still pretty good. I think Ganesh is a situation. I think if you have a really good, I'll put him at average for most people. The only thing is he's not like the best in lane because he doesn't have all damaging abilities, and he's not as pressure oriented. But I think late game he kind of shines with just being able to keep your carries safe and letting them do good work. I think Geb is a little bit more situational just because his laning phase is really ass. Only one real damaging ability, so you kind of just get out pressured by every other support that has 2 or 3 damaging abilities. So yeah. The King of Uruk, Gilgamesh, I think he's average or situational. He just feels bad to play, man. I don't know what it is. Every time I see a Gilgamesh, he's feeding. Guan Yu, kind of the same vein. I think he's only really good with Aspect. I haven't seen anyone play him outside of Aspect or outside of Solo. So I think he's just a support with the Aspect right now. Hades. I think Hades is the worst god in the game. By far is not even close. Unless you're going into the back line and one-shotting somebody. He's just ass. Makati, I think, is one of the best mid laners in the game. I wouldn't say she's ban or pick worthy, but I definitely think she's a lot safer than people think, with her ultimate being an escape tool and also displacing people off her, so she can just say, hey, get off of me. And if they beads, you can just go through the portal and they can't. And then you also have a 3 that gives you a lot of movement speed, along with the conduit build right now. And she has Mez on her 1. Herc, I think, is average. I think his win rate is actually really bad in like every rank, but I still think he's, maybe it's just the feeling that he gives, but I think he's still pretty good. Ho Yi, I think if you're not banning him, you should pick him. I think he's just, after Honored, probably the best carry. I forgot about to mention Agni carry too. Agni carry is also pretty strong. Um, but I think he's up there in terms of carry and just how safe he is with his 3 still being on a, like, it is so many things that are wrong with the game. This is one thing. It should just be like everyone else's. Just make it slower, please. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick and tired of me hitting him and him just being like, nope, you didn't hit me. I'm off the ground. Mulan, Mulan, Mulan. I haven't seen her much, but I think she's just average. Bots, I think, is one of the better junglers. I might move him down afterward, but I think he's one of the better junglers in the game, just with his CC and teamfight ultimate capabilities. H-Star, I haven't seen too much of H-Star, but she doesn't seem that good. Her aspect has potential because it does like 1600 damage late game in a big circle. So that might be something, but it got disabled, so I haven't been able to play around with it too much. Izanami, the only time I'm going her, only time I see people go her, they just want to split push all game. That's the only time. I know there's one guy in like master level lobbies or like master city and deity lobbies that are straight up just split pushing their whole entire lane. The whole game, they're going solo as Izanami and split pushing the whole game. It's actually disgusting. And like it works half of the time, so maybe move her up a little bit. But even by work, I just mean she just gets a tower for free usually because it's kind of hard to stop split pushing, especially if you're team fighting over objectives. But usually they lose just because she's not at objectives rarely. Apparently Giannis is ass. I think I'm only going Giannis if you're a really good Giannis player. That's it. Jingwei, I think, is a really good ADC with crit. Getting nerfed, I don't know how good she is now. I think Yorm's average soul laner. I think Kali is good in the jungle with the what's the build? What's the build? Like the int build where you try to go one shot somebody, or even just the double scaling build because you'll just one shot someone late game and there's nothing they can do. Khepri, I think Khepri kind of in the same vein of Ganesha, but worse because I just don't think you have. I think you have less pressure than Ganesha just because your ult doesn't do damage. Cuckoo, I think, is just a good mid laner. I think he's a little slept on. He's also good with aspect in the jungle or in solo, even though they nerfed it super heavily. Even though they were talking about, oh, we want everyone to be played everywhere, but then they nerfed the aspect just because it wasn't what they wanted. Look, I think it's average. I think I wouldn't play him. I don't think he's that good, but you have aspect Loki that can do good in solo. And if you get on someone in the back line, you kind of one shot them if you're in a lower level lobby. Medusa, I think she's so slept on. It's this one build. It's the Oathsworn into Avenging Blade into Heartseeker, and then Titan's Mane and blah 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 afterwards. Maybe a Blinking Relic. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Destroy it. Mercury, good. Um, Merlin, I'm gonna put in good. I don't think he's top pick, top ban anymore. Mordred, I think, is just average. She's kind of fell off. Morgan Le Fay, I think, is a big slash ban. She heals so much with her aspect. She feels unkillable and she can get like 10 seconds of CC immunity, which is ridiculous for ganks. Naja, I think, is good. I think you can still one shot with your ultimate if you go a crit build, which is kind of crazy. But I do think the time to beats is a lot better now. She's just good, just box standard ability can't carry. I wouldn't go aspect though. I think Nim is slept on. I think she's one of the best junglers in the game with her shield. Nuwa, actually they nerfed it recently, so I'm just gonna put it in good. I think Nut's good. Odin got nerfed, so I wouldn't say he's good anymore. I say he's just average. It feels pretty bad to play with the 3 change. I think Osiris is average. I think Pele is must ban, must pick. I know her aspect is disabled for this patch, so it's probably gonna get nerfed next patch too. Because I think there was a bug with it doing way too much damage. Poseidon, I think, is just situational unless you're trying to hyperclear the good jungle. Bari's good, can save her entire back line. Raw is average, maybe? Yeah, I think unless you're a good Raw player, I'm not playing Raw. Rama. I think he's just a average ADC, nothing special about him in lane. Rat just is bad. I would not play him at all. Scylla, I think, is average. Kind of does what you want a mid laner do. Good range damage, low CC, or low cooldowns, I mean, and decent CC. And she can set up everything off of her one. Sobek, I think, is actually really good for pressure and just getting a pick. Soul, I have not seen much. I have not seen Soul at all, but I think she's average aspect and on aspect. Sun Wukong, I think, average. Susano, I think, is one of the better junglers. I'm not gonna say he's up top band, top pick. I'm putting him in average. Sylve, I'm gonna say he he's okay. He has good pressure in lane with his AoE autos. I think Thana's good. I think Morgan. I've not seen Morgan at all. Unless you're a Morgan player, I wouldn't play her. Thor, I think he's actually one of the best junglers right now. Tsukiyomi, same thing. He's top pick. Uller kind of got nerfed down, so he's not like crazy anymore in high rank. Vulcan, I'm gonna say average. Shablanque, average. Yamoja, average. I have not seen her that much. I'll put her in good if you're a good Yamoja player. Ymir, I think, is average, and Zeus, I think, is situational if you can play safe. Only two must pick operators. Yeah, that feels right. I would say Aladdin teetering, maybe. I think that's only two people that you have to ban. Really, you don't even have to ban on her, but I think he's just by far the best ADC. And if you don't have him on your team, then you're kind of trolling. I don't think anyone else here you're trolling if you don't have on your team. If they're open. I'm trying to see here, just make sure. Because I kind of sped run the last little bit. Because I do have class in a little bit. But yeah, this feels right. This feels right. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah. Yeah. I do think Pele's probably just the best with her aspect right now. It's insane. Without aspect, I think she's good to maybe top pick, top ban, but actually not even that. I think she's good. Yeah, I wouldn't ban anyone else. We'll say must ban. Nim is just me. I think she's just super slept on. Sukiyumi, I think you can ban. Thor, I think you can ban. MLF, I think you can ban. Medusa, I think you can ban. Bots, I think you can ban. I wouldn't ban, but I think you can if you're really annoyed by him. Hou definitely. Apollo definitely. Agni, or Aladdin definitely. And Agni definitely. Yeah. Okay.